So now it's my pleasure to invite Krzysztof Weclawowicz, Head of Fintech and Partnership Vola.ro, to present us what embedded finance means for Vola and to show us some use cases. Welcome.
Hi, thanks. Hello, I'm Chris, and I've been working for Vola and our sister company FruPL for over a decade. And I'm here to present to you a couple of fintech products that we created after COVID, and how to do it yourself, because I strongly believe that every company should create such embedded finance products, regardless of the industry that they are in. You probably know Vola. Vola is the biggest online travel agency in Romania, but you definitely know how stressful it is to buy air tickets. It is something that is problematic because you have to make a lot of decisions in a very short amount of time. And these decisions drive anxiety. They give you stress. What if I change my mind and I don't want to fly? What if I can't fly and simply get sick or have any other problem? Will I lose all of my money? Different problem. What if the airline cancels the flight and I simply need to make it to a conference like this one or a wedding or any other event? How do I get there on time? These are the stresses that people have while buying air tickets. We know that. And therefore, we try to create a way to solve those stresses by offering our customers additional features of a booking, additional add-ons to the booking, to the base ticket, that relieves them from this fear. And I'd like to walk you through a couple of examples. First product, Vola Flex. This is a solution to the problem that people don't want to fly. They change their mind and don't want to fly. And if you add this while you're purchasing the ticket, it's literally as simple as clicking a link, I want to get a refund, and you will get a refund, 90% of the ticket's price. So all the stress about buying the ticket should go away if you're afraid of you changing your mind. Same product, different use case. What if you do want to fly but need to fly earlier or later? What if you want to change your destination? If you just buy Vola Flex while you're doing the transaction, the initial booking of the ticket, same story. Click a link and you will get a reschedule for your flight to any destination, anytime, even any airline. Another product. When you need to make it to an event and something breaks, for example, a connecting flight is broken, it didn't wait for you at the stopover. If your fear of getting to a destination is something that stops you from buying, why not buy Vola Trip Protect, where we will make the purchase of a flight that gets you out of your trouble from our pocket. So all the stresses relieved that way. Another product, Vola Fast Refund, something that came up during COVID. Probably some of you experienced this. An airline not refunding you for a canceled flight. Quite a problematic experience. And if you want to be protected from that, you can add Vola Fast Refund to your booking. And that means that in the case of a cancellation of a flight, we will refund you instantly out of our pocket. And getting the money from the airline will be our problem. This is a couple of fintech products that we have. And the way to sell them is to bundle them. You can either buy all, some, or none of those products. But I want to say that we have been heavily inspired by other providers of embedding finance into their core offering. I think the most extreme example of success is the Zalando 100-day policy. since they implemented this is not an add-on, this is a base part of their product, they basically took away everyone's fear that the t-shirt you're trying to purchase will not be the right size or the right color. From Zalando, you have this certainty that it doesn't really matter what the t-shirt is. You can buy all the t-shirts that fit you, possibly could fit you, possibly you might like in terms of color, whatever, because you believe that you click a link and you get your money back. And an easy way, there is an easy way to send the merchandise back to Zalando. Another example, a very close one to what we are doing in Vola, are the airline business class tickets. Since the 70s, so it's quite an old business model, they have been selling pretty much a seat in the same airplane for one price and another seat on the same airplane for a price up to 10 times as much, which is kind of insane when you think about it. They do add some extra leg room and slightly better meal, but that's not worth paying 10 times more. And they do it, and they have been doing it so long that pretty much every airline in the world currently sells airline business class tickets. And airlines are such a cutthroat business that they actually lose money on the simple economy flight booking. Every seat sold is a net loss, but they more than make it up for on the airline business and first class tickets. We are clearly inspired by the airline business class ticket model. But there's a different example, that is Booking.com, where the cheapest hotel stay will be the one that is completely not refundable. If you want to have the flexibility to reschedule, you'll have to pay a bit more. And if you want essentially to have the option of free cancellation, you have to pay much more. While the transaction is just not happening, if you do make a cancelable ticket, then you have to pay more, but you don't have to pay up until 2 or 3 weeks before you arrive. So these 3 businesses probably could just go to an insurance provider, a classical insurance provider, and say, hey, I want you to create a product for us. But instead, they decided to do it themselves. And we know why. We know why because we learned the hard way. We wanted to have a flexibility product for a very long time. And the problem was that we tried to do it with a traditional insurance provider. We had them create a product, co-create a product for us that covers a specific set of situations. And it turns out it has to be like that because the insurance regulators are very strict about what is an insurance product and what are the features that it has to have. And I plan to show you the difference on our example. In Vola, while we had this traditional insurance product, it only covered listed situations. So it couldn't be based on the intent, which is the key element. The customer can just click the link and get a refund, click the link and get a reschedule. And he doesn't need to do any proof preparations. There's no documents needed to be sent. It's literally one click. The characteristics of the traditional insurance mean that there are like criterias and exclusions that need to be analyzed by decision, by the decision-making process if a claim is valid or not. And this is a big problem, and we didn't want to offer this to our customers because in the end, a lot of customers got declined on their claims for a traditional insurance flexibility product. But now we know that we simply can make a very, very clear promise that we will refund the customer because it's our simple decision and there's actually no claim process, there's no processing of the claim. We simply want you to tell us that you want to get a refund, and you do. Back in the day where it was a product from the insurance provider, the UX of the claim process was really, really bad. And that was by design, to discourage customers from using it. But does that mean that classical insurance doesn't work? No, it has its place, and we still sell it. If I go skiing and break a leg in the Swiss Alps, I will not have any problem with getting proof that I have actually broken my leg. So that's why this type of business has its place, but it's not in the intent scenario. There needs to be a process, because there are a lot of regulations around selling insurance, and these regulations are good. They make sure that nobody sells empty promises. But if you are a company, you work for a company in whatever business, and you know that you can live up to a promise, I think that you should make a promise and try to create a product in whatever business you are in that gives this flexibility, gives this ease of use, gives this intent-based claim process for your customers. And how to do it? First of all, you need to know what the pain point of your customer is. How to find out, probably conduct surveys if you don't already know. But I challenge you to think about that and kind of start imagining such a product, a flexibility product for your business. And then try to think, in a perfect world, without regulatory limitations, what would be a product that would reduce the anxiety that your customers have, essentially killing your conversion rates? And if you do, this is a small help from us, how to make sure that this does still comply with the insurance regulations. And again, I want to stress out, the regulations are necessary, they are good, but if you can live up to a promise and give your customers the real ease of use of a product, then you probably should. And if you want to do it, there are a couple of guidelines. Don't call it insurance. Call it a guarantee. Call it a protection. Call it an extension of the terms and conditions of your service. Don't list specific reasons for specific coverage for your product. Don't make any coverage at all. Don't make any exclusions. Don't make any process for claiming it. It should be as simple as declaring the intent. And also, insurance providers can only pretty much pay money. They can pay you money if you have an insurance situation, a claim, or they can cover your cost. But any business in any field has much more to offer to their customers. They can give operational help. Like, we can rebook your flight. The insurance provider could probably do it, but it would cost him a lot. It would be very not easy to use for the end customer. So whatever product that you are thinking of creating, make sure that the help that you're providing to your customers is operational in nature. And that's it. I'm happy to answer any questions and discuss any ideas if someone might have for their own fintech product. Should have asked someone to ask a question beforehand.
Networking cocktail, so we'll be here with us tonight. So if you have any questions or you just want to interact, feel free. So thank you very much.
Thank you.